So here we are at Sweetheart Abbey. This is a little bit of information about it. As you can see, it's all Harris fencing at the moment and scaffolding because it's closed for structural assessment. So I thought it was actually going to get or being repaired, but apparently all it is they're assessing to see just how bad it is. So it's just a 360 of the initial grounds as part of it. As you can see, it's all fenced off at the moment. I think it's fair to say that some of it does look a little bit rickety, and particularly these bits at the top are probably quite badly weathered. It's a beautiful old building. So roundabout, this is New Abbey, this is the Abbey, Sweetheart Abbey. There is a craft fair and arts fair going on, so it's actually really quite busy at the moment. So there's going to be a lot of people about, and I'm a little bit self-conscious about talking when other people are here. So I'll just show you some scenery and talk when I get the opportunity. Self-conscious of talking when there's lots of people about. I know they probably don't care, but I still can't help it. So this is the road just down from maybe Forest Park, so it's a little area where you can walk, you can mountain bike, you can just explore some very, very, very long tracks. I mean, you can go for a walk and take all day on the tracks and forest roads there. It's a popular area and a great feature for the area. So one of the reasons, apart from the fact that I've been meaning to take you to Sweetheart Abbey, unfortunately most of it's shut off now. But I've been meaning to take you there for a while, but one of the other reasons that I want to do that is because I wanted to visit the war graves that are there. I tried to make a point of visiting war graves if I can, just to pay your respects, or pay my respects anyway. I think it's important. Poor sod. He's absolutely filthy. So obviously, as I mentioned before, I'm an ex-soldier myself and have experienced war. It was a long time ago now, 30 years ago. Fucking hell, I'm getting old. But it's not an experience that ever leaves you, and it's an experience that no matter how strong you are, leaves you a little bit broken. So I try to visit them when I can, and make sure that they're well tended, I suppose. I usually end up pulling up weeds and pulling up grass from round about them when I visit, but I'm sure I'm not the only one that does that kind of thing. So I'm heading back to Dumfries at the moment, just because I've been out all day, and hopefully I've got some good footage, some of which is going to be the B-roll, so that I've got a little bit of buffer come the winter time to put videos up. It's a cracking day. It's still only 16 degrees and I have had to put the liner back in my jacket, but it's a beautiful sunny day. Tomorrow is forecast for storm somebody or other. I can't remember the name of the storm, but we can't be a kicking the shirt off Storm Zoe. We've had that many this year. So one thing that was a little bit disappointing about I don't know why I should be disappointed, I should expect it, but I was in the car park at the Abbey, which, as I said, is closed at the moment, and there must have been, I wish I'd counted them now, but it's not a big car park, and there must have been at least 12 bloody camper vans set up camp there. Clearly not just visiting, clearly have spent the night, and it just, I don't know. Go to a caravan site, goodness sake. But no, we're just going to camp up at a national monument and fill up the car park so that nobody can visit. So you can see over to your right, that's the old hospital. They built a brand spanking new, all singing, all dancing hospital in Dumfries, and I don't think I've ever been in it. Lucky me. I hope that continues. So there's lots of areas to visit round about Dumfries, lots of little things to go and see. It is a nice area, lots of little roads to explore if you're coming on a bike. It's famous for, well, I don't know if it's famous for, but famous things in Dumfries. It's got, well, if you're into football, it's the home of Queen of the South, or Queen of the South nil, if you listen to the football scores on a Saturday. It's the burial place of Robert Burns, the Scottish poet from the 1700s, famous for writing poems like Tam O'Shanter and Tea Moose and Address to a Haggis and all those kind of things. Burns was, now as the name of my channel suggests, I am a Highlander. Burns was a lowlander, and most of his poems, in fact, well, not most of his poems, don't be stupid. Ron, all of his poems are written in what's called Lowlands Scots, or Lowlands Scots. Some of the words in them are still used today, a lot of them aren't. But I have had the pleasure of attending Burns suppers in places like Cumnock and New Cumnock, and these people that live there, a lot of them still speak quite broad Lallans, and so when they're reading Burns poems, it's kind of as it would be back in Burns' day.
When Chapman Billies leave the street, and drouthy neighbours meet, as market days are wearing late, and folk begin to tack the gate, while we sit boozing at the nappy, and getting foo and uncle happy. We think na on the lang Scots miles, the mosses, waters, slaps and stiles that lie between us and our hame, where sits our sulky, sullen dame, gathering her brews like gathering storm, nursing her wrath to keep it warm. This truth fand honest Tam O'Shanter, as he fra air ye nicht did canter, all there while ne'er a tune surpasses for honest men and bonny lasses.
The Burns Mausoleum, I can't even say that word. The Burns Mausoleum is in that church. Just there. So I'm going to take you up to the Crichton. So the Crichton's actually quite it's a collection of buildings actually. It's quite an interesting place in its own right. It was built as a mental hospital for the great and the good at the time, when they used to put people in mental hospitals for being pregnant out with wedlock and that kind of thing, but it's an area that is open to the public. The grounds are absolutely gorgeous. There's lots of they're talking about making it into a hotel, which is fair enough, I suppose, because you've got to make use of these old buildings, I think, otherwise they just go to rack and ruin. But the grounds are quite spectacular, and again, free, open to the public. Go for a wander round about there. It's absolutely lovely. Up this road as well we have the current mental hospital. I don't know if that's the correct phrase now. I don't think you can call things mental hospitals now, but psychiatric hospital? I don't know. I'm not politically correct, so I apologise if I've offended anybody, but for people with mental health issues, a place to go. So that's there. There's a wing of Glasgow University up this road as well, and a golf club if you're into that kind of thing. So I'm just going to take you around the Crichton grounds just to let you have a little look. It's actually really very nice. If you signalled, we would all know where you're going, mate. There we are. So there is a hotel, a Holiday Inn here. There is the big church. Because after all, if you're mentally ill, you need to go to church. Some of the buildings on the left. There's quite a lot of businesses in here that have got offices that are making use of the buildings, and that's terrific, because we want to keep things like this alive, and more importantly, we want to keep it open to the public so that we have green spaces to have a walk around in, and that's lovely. So, not sure if I can get out the other side of this. Yes I can. Excellent. So that's the college, not college, part of Glasgow University up ahead. I've driven myself into a corner. I'll need to go back. Where's this guy going? Okay. So we'll go down the way. So that is Shacks, and what Shacks is a place where you can donate things like old furniture and bits and pieces, household bits and pieces, and they'll take it, recondition it if necessary, and supply it at a much reduced price, or free if you qualify for that kind of thing, to people that need the furniture. It's a fantastic thing. I've taken myself into a dead end again. It's okay. Maybe I can go that way. I can go that way. So there you go, all built in local red sandstone and built for the great and the good when they had either real or perceived mental health issues. Ooh, they could do with cutting that field. That field on the left used to be completely mown. Obviously they're cutting down. All these trees down there are what we call conker trees, so the horse chestnuts, and up here in the kind of autumn time you can't move for kids collecting conkers. Isn't it lovely? Big area. I don't know how many acres it is, but it's quite a lot.